Okay, everybody, here's a quick screen capture just to talk over test 1 and how it's going to work. First of all, how are you going to find the test? There should be a button on the home page, so if you log into Canvas and you hit home at the top of the menu, you should see a big test 1 button appear on the day. Otherwise, it'll be also in the test module, which will be at the top of the module list. So click on modules, go right up to the very top, and you should see a module for the test. This test module is going to have a test package in it, a link to Respondus setup practice quiz, and it'll also have the test. So what you need to do before the test on Wednesday is to download the exam package from this section, which contains an equation sheet and also pages on which you should put your long answer work when you're doing the test. You need to also make sure that your computer works with the Respondus browser and webcam monitor by practicing using the practice test. The Respondus browser doesn't work with Chromebook, so make sure you just click on the link in the test module and just quickly do this practice and make sure that you can set up properly. When you do the practice, it also asks you to scan your desktop with your webcam, so you should go in and practice that. Once you've done the test, you're going to have 3 pages with your long answer solutions on it, and I need you to upload those to Canvas just like you do for the in-class problems. Preferably, it's better if you do it as an Adobe PDF file. You can download the Adobe Scan app for free, and then you can scan your 3 pages and they'll come in as one document, so nothing should get lost. After the time is done for the test, I'm not going to accept additional work, so you want to make sure that it works. All right, so you can take a picture of each of the 3 pages individually and upload them, but sometimes I've seen in the assignments that people have uploaded 2 of the same pages twice, for example. So you don't want to lose any points. So I'd strongly recommend you use the Adobe Scan app. It's free, practice with it. Also, if you upload pictures, if you upload a picture that's in HEIC format, that's on the newest iPhones, for example, Canvas doesn't work with grading that, and so I can't write on it, and so I have to end up printing them out and writing on it by hand to grade, and then you will not see what you did wrong. All you'll see is your grade for that problem. So it's best if you do it with the Adobe Scan app. All right, so how's the timing for the test going to work? I know it's going to take you a little longer to get the Respondus initialization done. It asks you to show your ID and scan your desktop, etc. So I put on a bit of extra time than I would normally do for an in-class test. All right, so there's the link to the test will appear as early as 2:15 p.m. I know some people have to work or have another class immediately after ours, so I've made it so you can start a bit early and you should finish on time. I've given 65 minutes for the test time after you first click on it to start it with Respondus. So that's more than enough time. It should take you only 50 minutes to do the test, but it gives you a little bit of time leeway in case you need it. After the test, there's going to be a 15-minute grace period in order for you to scan in and upload your long answer work. This is an absolute deadline of 3:45 p.m. Any work that you submit later than that won't be accepted. Okay, so make sure that you get it uploaded in that time. While you're taking the quiz, I'm going to be monitoring it on Canvas. I can see who's in and how many minutes they've been in and how long they've been working on which problems, etc. And I'll also be monitoring my email constantly. If you have problems, send me an email. Okay, so I'll be on from the first start time, 2:15, till 3:45 p.m. Okay, what's the test going to be like? So the test package has an equation sheet that you can use while you're writing the test, and there'll also be 3 pages for your scrap work that's organized so you can put your work in the right location for the correct problem. That'll make it a lot easier for me to make sure that I get all the points that you deserve for each problem. So you should print that out in advance. It's going to be divided into 3 parts. Part A, which should take you only about 5 minutes, is 10 very quick multiple choice or fill in the blank concept questions to be answered on Canvas. So I'll tell you One of them right now, actually 3 of them, are significant figure problems. So how many significant figures are there in this number? All right, so that kind of question should only take you about as long as it takes you to read the question. You don't need to show any work for those questions. You just need to fill in the blanks or hit the multiple choice. For part B, there are 3 short answer questions. These are very easy short answer questions, and I recommend that you show your work on the uploaded test package so that if you get your numerical answer wrong, I can give you partial credit. So you do all your numbers, you type into your calculator wrong, but you've actually set up the problem exactly right, I can give you partial credit. Okay, part C, that's going to be the long part. So far I've got about 10 minutes worth of time. Part C is 4 long answer questions. You should budget about 10 minutes per question. And for these, you must show your work in order to get full credit for the answers. These are multi-part questions, and of course on Canvas you can only enter 1 number. All right, so you're going to show all your work and your answers on the handwritten part that you're going to upload afterwards. The test is set up on Canvas so that there's no backtracking. You have to answer the questions in order. So that means it's important for you as you do parts A and part B to watch the time. Okay, so make sure that you finish part A and part B within, I would say maximum, since you have 65 minutes to do the test, maximum 20 minutes or so. If you're longer than 20 minutes, you're not going to have enough time to do part C. All right, so watch the clock. You can't go back and answer questions that you didn't get to finish. All right, so what's going to be on the test? Well, for clues, look at the learning objective section at the top of each module. It lists the concepts and definitions that I expect you to know, and also what calculations you have to do. There's lots of calculations, so look at what did I emphasize in class. Also look at what the material is. So let's think about chapter 1. So chapter 1, what did we have? Well, we had significant figures, scientific notation, and conversions. So the only kind of calculation we did in chapter 1 was conversions. So you know that your long answer questions from chapter 1 is going to be conversions. All right, how about chapter 2? Well, chapter 2, we had concepts about motion and acceleration and velocity and definitions. And what kind of long answer questions did we do? Well, we did constant acceleration problems where you did those 3 equations and you put in numbers for either something moving horizontally or in free fall to solve for the problem. So you can guess that what your long answer question is going to be. You're going to have a constant acceleration problem. All right, so you can look at each chapter and guess what your long answer question is going to be. And then look, I have study guide modules, and look in what I have. So I've got lots of review material for the concepts, and in each module at the bottom there's a review and practice section that has a review version of the lecture, and that lecture has the solutions to all the questions in it. There's also practice problems. The practice problems are questions that I've picked that I think that you need to be able to do on a test. So those would be good ones for you to study from. So I have a version where that's just the question. I would download it or just look at it and try and figure out the question on your own before you look at the solutions. I have handwritten solutions, and I also have links to videos of me solving the problems and explaining in detail how to do it. If you finish all that, then I've got additional textbook problems. Those are also chosen based on things that you should be able to do on the test. So again, go in and do some of those questions. So you need to be able to do questions. About 2/3 of the grades on the test will be from doing calculations. The rest of the third will be from concepts and definitions. And in the study guide section for chapters 1 through 4, I have a lot of links to different Kahoots and Quizlets and things to go over the concepts. How long will it take me to grade it? I don't know. Usually I try to, for the first test anyway, that's written on Wednesday, to get it graded by Friday's class. However, it's a lot slower for me to grade online because your work and the answers are going to be in 2 different files. I'm going to have to checking back and forth. I'll probably have to work on 2 different computers at the same time. And also because with tests being online, it increases the capability of students to cheat on the test. That also means that I have to spend a lot of time after the test doing searches online and other things to look and watching all the videos of you guys taking the test to make sure that you guys didn't cheat. Okay, so I will do my best to grade it as quickly as I can, but I can't give you any guarantees of how long it's going to take me with this new format. Okay, so that's basically all I wanted to say. So make sure you're studying, make sure you do the practice quiz to set up your computer for Respondus. Download that package, print it out so you have it on your desk while you're taking the test. I'll expect to see that package, a calculator, and your pens and pencils, and your computer. That's all you can have. Okay, ask me any questions if you need to know anything, and I'll talk to you in class on Monday.